Yo, what is up guys, Jonny Geiger here, Impossible Tricks of Rodney Mullen. How I love saying that, because that means we landed another trick, another legendary, flippity, unimaginable, impossible trick. Oh yeah, and in today's episode we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna revisit the 90s with a golden era of street skateboarding, big pants, small wheels. That would make a cool slogan. For this episode I chose the video Questionable by Plan B. In that video we have the first kickflip underflip ever documented in skateboarding. So that's some legendary material. And Casper slide? Was it a Casper slide? Dark side? I don't know. But every time I watch this part, I think it's just super cool that back then you could just do like a lot of tricks in a line on flat. And of course Rodney came up with some exotic stuff, and he also came up with the so-called Gazelle flip. I don't know if this is the first one ever recorded, I don't know if he invented that trick, but you can just say he did it so good. That is the core of this video. Before we're gonna go for just one trick though, I want to introduce you guys to a skate park that is near my place. It's like 30 minutes away. It is a huge, awesome concrete park that is also surrounded by an amazing backdrop. And I just went there with Dario. We are not at my local skate park. Look at this beauty in front of me. This time, finally, we're gonna skate a different skate park with the legend, Dario Juhas. What are you trying?
Backside flip.
So Dario said he was going to trade shop that thing. Oh, but! Kinda stoked on another tray, even though it was a little sketchy. But you know, in this state, like, I take everything. Not so stoked on the tray flip though. We gotta work in this. So the thing I wanna skate next is this beautiful ledge over there. We're gonna see how that goes, but the park is getting like really busy right now. I'm gonna well plan the heck out of this. You cannot see my face. You can't see my face. So I'm gonna make... Jesus. Almost died. So I'm gonna make Dario skate that flat rail with me. Double session. Tag team.
Good morning.
Not the front swift that I wanted, but the one that I deserve. Yeah, I'm excited on that switch manic flip out. Like at some point I thought I wasn't going to land it because it was not worth it anymore. I was like, why did I start trying this? Like now I cannot stop until I'm gonna land it. But it worked out. But it worked out. But it worked out. Got what I wanted to say because this kid was like, ah! I'm just glad this worked out. It was clean. Remember the day I almost died trying a nose grind? Ankle recovery after 4 weeks, looking good. Still, I'm kind of looking at this footage and I think like, ooh, I could have done this, could have done that, but it's okay. We're gonna take it slow. We're gonna be patient to recover and get out of this injury stronger than ever. Don't forget to check out Dario on his Instagram. All right, so Gazelle flip. Yeah, right, on the first day, my mic was kind of like this, not plugged in. I actually had set it up, but it somehow did not work, which is always kind of annoying, but we're gonna try to make the best out of these bad situations. So I decided to warm up with a nollie double kickflip, which we can also see in questionable. He does a double flip and a back-to-back nollie double flip. Since I cannot double flip right now, that will mess up my foot like crazy, so I decided to go for this nollie double flip, and took me a few tries to figure it out. I think I haven't done that trick in like 5 months or whatever, and it felt pretty good when I finally ended up landing it. And of course, always repeating this, we have standards on this channel, so I knew I had to redo it. Next step to get into the trick was to do a proper backside 360 on flat, since the key of Gazelle flips is actually a 360 body rotation. So I did that too, landed it pretty quick. I've been working on this trick, it doesn't need a lot of flicks, so the last 2 weeks, like every session, I tried to do like a few backside 360s. So the last step was to get that big flip. I managed to land it first try. It was kind of stiff and I redid it. It was not the cleanest, but I was just like, okay, I'm good to go for this trick now. On the first 2 attempts, I was not feeling the trick at all. Like it looked like I was not going to land that trick within like 100 years. But of course, I was not willing to give up that fast, even that it looked this bad. Because I kind of had it in my mind that I've done like a few big flips back in the days, and it just feels like I overturned them. I can actually do the trick, and I kind of slightly overturned them. So wow, that was a good explanation. Anyway, and as said, a Gazelle flip is a big flip with an additional backside 180 rotation. So I started trying and I kept going, and it's weird looking at this footage with no audio. And now looking back at this, like the worst struggle of that trick was like some kind of blockade in my brain. I thought it was possible to land the trick if I do a big flip, land on the tail, and revert it out, which is, by the way, also the way Rodney does it. Like it's not fully flipped 540 degrees all in the air. So I kind of had that in my mind, and every time I would land, and every time I would do this big flip, my brain would just block and would hinder me from doing a fluid motion for that additional 180. I would do like a big flip, wait for like a few seconds, and then revert it, which is obviously not the trick, and that was driving me nuts. It was also kind of hard to commit to that trick because like the board underneath your feet is moving, spinning like crazy, flipping. It's really hard to overlook all of these things. Like that is skateboarding, like you have to focus on 5 things at the same time. And on that day, eventually the park would also get busy, and I was kind of like not feeling the trick at all. This block in my brain, it just felt like I cannot solve this on that day. So after like 150 tries, I stopped trying. I was like, I'm over it for today. Trying to be smart and getting back to it the next day.
Day 2.
What I know from yesterday, that my mind kind of starts to block midway, and it's hindering me to get that full 360 rotation. My mind goes like big flip and revert, and that ain't working. It has to be a fluid motion. I gotta focus on my shoulders, and I just gotta trust my feet that they do what they are supposed to do. That just happened. Finally, second day, tough battle me against my brain, and I kind of managed to trick it. I was so close to give up because the park gets so crowded. It's crazy busy right now. Like in some attempts I had to like run up for the trick like 4 times. I could not do it. Anyway, I'm so stoked right now. I got this angle from behind. It's kind of close to Rodney's angle. Let's compare those two tricks. I believe both are clean, both are good. Oh, I'm just so stoked right now. glad I made it through this battle. Second day. Wow. Also coming back from this injury, I started to doubt myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to, you can support me on my Patreon, link in the description of this video. Try to give some skateboarding advice in there. If you're struggling with a trick, text me and I'm gonna try to reply and help you out. My pro models will hopefully be restocked anytime soon. Meanwhile, I wish you a great day. Do not forget to vote. Love you guys. See you.